Blessed Squad, what's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy, Blessed Applesauce, here to bless y'all with another video here on Blessed to Invest. And today I want to talk about some simple hacks, some simple steps that the wealthy use to get rich and how we can use them to get ourselves to the poor mindset all the way to the rich mindset. So before we get into the video, make sure you spam the like button, and also sub down below for more content like this, because that's what we're doing on this channel. We're learning how to invest our money, learn how to save our money, and learning how to get to that next step financially. So let's get into it. So I was reading a book and I was impacted by this book. Some people probably have heard of it. It's called Think or Grow Rich. And it was a lot of steps in this book of what the wealthy do to get to their position. And a lot of them correlated with a lot of things that I've been reading, a lot of things I do myself, and just a mixture of what wealthy people do that are different from the average person. So I have a list here of things that the wealthy people do, and I'm just going to break it down for you so you can implement it in your own life. So the first thing is their thoughts. Thoughts are very important. The way you think, the way you perceive things, the way you believe has a big impact on how you handle things. For example, Tony Robbins has this circle where he talks about your thoughts dictate how you move, which dictate your actions, which dictate your results. So if you have lousy thoughts, if you started with lousy thoughts, you're like, oh man, I can't do this. You're going to take a little bit of action. You're going to take, I'm going to take a little bit of action. I'm not going to go that hard. And then you get lousy results. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy where you're thinking, okay, I can't do it. And then you do very little. And then you get lousy results. And then it's just, oh, I can't do it because the results are lousy. So clearly it doesn't work. So rich people, wealthy people, and people that are aspiring for wealth to get to that position, they manage their thoughts. They make sure their thoughts are straight, their thoughts are clear. They are thinking positively. They're thinking about the end goal. They're thinking about the end outcome. And they're strict on what they believe and making sure that things that are negative and things that, would hurt their results are not in their mind. So that's very important. So make sure you're managing your thoughts. Next is the desire. A lot of rich people have a big desire. They have some big vision, big goal. Look at Elon Musk, how he just bought Twitter because he had a big vision of changing the Twitter platform, changing it to something new that he wanted to see. The same that he does with SpaceX, where he believes there needs to be life on Mars and everybody needs to live on Mars, and maybe the Earth in a couple hundred years isn't the same as it is now. So let's start making some life on other planets, which is really cool. But that's what rich people do. They have a vision. They have a desire for certain things. They have a desire. Amazon, he wanted to be like the new everything store, so they have a vision in mind and they're consistent with it. The same with their thoughts. They have a vision, they have their thoughts, and they take the action to get to that point where they can see the vision, the things in their head come to real life. So that's very important that rich people do. They have a desire for things and they have a perfect vision of how they want it to go down. Next is going to be the special knowledge. And this is going to be very cool for a lot of high net worth individuals. A lot of rich people find some type of high income skill. There's a lot of YouTubers, investors that talk about this all the time, where they say, okay, you're going to need some type of high income skill if you want to get rich. And that is very important because it's harder to make serious money to getting rich if you're working a basic minimum wage job like a McDonald's or something like that, where you're getting paid minimum and it's hard to invest that money. It's hard to grow that money. It's hard to save that money because you're putting it all toward bills and car notes and stuff like that. So having a high income skill, let's say a lot of these rich people are into sales because it's an exponentially growing business where whatever work you put in is how much you can make. So if you want to work 80 hours a week, you can make 80 hours worth of income and kind of grow it based on how you perform. So having some type of high income skill is going to be very important. This is where education comes into play. You can't just magically say, oh, okay, I'm just going to get rich. You need some type of education, some specialized knowledge. That's why it's very important to go to school, go to some trade school, go get a plumbing license, go get a real estate license where you can learn how to sell houses, or some type of high income skill so you can transition that into other investments. Or if you want to open up a business, you can do that as well. That is going to be very critical. That's probably one of the most important on here because that's going to set you up to get to that next level. Next is going to be a mastermind alliance, and this comes from the Think and Grow Rich. Having a mastermind alliance is going to be very important. Having people around you, surrounding yourself with people that are thinking the same way, that have the same type of goals. They have a place where they want to end up 5-10 years down the line. Just having a group, maybe of 5-10 people. I know in Think and Grow Rich, the guy, he didn't have a very big circle around him, but he did explain people that did. But so it doesn't have to be super big, but just a couple of people that are in your space, in your network, that you can communicate with. Maybe you do it on a weekly basis, maybe you do it on a monthly basis, and you just bounce ideas off of one another, because we're not islands. We're not built to be alone. Humans are, we come up with our best ideas when we're in units, when we're in groups, when we're working together. And you're like, oh man, you're talking to your friend or somebody that you connect with, and like, wow, that was a good idea. I didn't even think about that. And then you end up implementing that into your lifestyle, into your business. And that happens all because you're in a mastermind alliance. A lot of rich people have this. A lot of successful people in this space, they have some type of network that they can come to and say, okay, I need some advice on this. So that's going to be very important. This came from the Think and Grow Rich, and I've also done this a handful of times, and I've seen the impact that it had on my life. This is one of these manifestations, faith-based things, and this is where you're able to do affirmations, where you say, okay, I believe that I'm going to get this in an X amount of time. Let's say you're looking to buy your house, or you're looking to start your business, or whatever it may be, get your business to 6 figures or something like that. And you just have a vision, and you have an affirmation on the daily basis where you say, I believe that this is going to happen. I see the vision of this occurring. The Think and Grow Rich had a whole script of how it's broken down, how you manifest this, and just getting yourself in that repeated affirmation you can see the vision, you can see where you're ending up. That alone can help with the other things that are on the list, like the desire, the thought. So as you're repeating this over and over and envisioning it on a consistent basis, it's going to eventually change your thoughts. And what we said with the thoughts is, once it changes your thoughts, it changes your actions. So you set it up, you're changing your thoughts, now you believe it. Now you can take the consistent action to get where you want to do, where you want to go, and then it can improve your results. So having the faith, having that repeated affirmation, even doing some meditation, I truly believe in the meditation, the affirmation, that is really effective. Doing that on a consistent basis is going to really help you get to that next level. And a lot of successful rich people do that. So that is the breakdown of things that rich people do, the hacks that they use to get to that next step. And these are things that you can implement into your life immediately. Right now, you can start with an affirmation where you write something down. And I recommend the Think and Grow Rich book. Read that book, take the affirmations from that and use that. And then you can write it down, and then you can start taking some action. You can have a vision of how you want things to be. You can start putting in some consistency, get committed to it, and get some consistent action on the goals and the results that you want, and then build a team around you. And then once you have that, you're going to be way set up and ready to go, so you can get to that next level in life to be more successful and, of course, more rich. So that's going to wrap it up for the video today. If you have any added things that you want to add to this list, maybe you have a couple of suggestions like, man, I really did this and this took me to the next level, or I implemented this into my life and I really saw the results of it, put it down in the comment section down below so we can all chop it up. We're trying to have the same thing as well. We're trying to have a community, a mastermind group down in the comment section. So let's do that. But it's going to be a wrap. It's going to wrap it up. It's been your boy, Blessed Applesauce. Stay blessed. And I'm going to see y'all next time on Blessed to Invest.
Just to see tomorrow is a blessing. Stay prayed up is the message. Everything about a nigga blessed. Everything about a nigga blessed.